It was a long, long weekend. I mean, what with the rain and then games being played on Sunday. And on top of all that, I got murdered in my high school picks. I'm Zuri, you're watching The Huddle, and we're going to recap Week 3 in the high school football season. Let's watch some highlights.
In Duxbury, the Dragons were hosting New Bedford in a matchup of unbeatens, and it got ugly quick for the visitors. Duxbury quarterback Matt O'Keefe threw 3 touchdowns, including this one to Kai Perry, and ran for 2 more as the Dragons beat New Bedford 42-19. Lynn English, hosting Beverly, got off to a fast start, racing to a 21-0 lead, but Beverly stormed back. Panthers running back Kenny Pierce tallied 5 touchdowns in the game, and quarterback Dave Rollins ran in this 1-yard keeper with 34 seconds left as Beverly beat Lynn English 36-35. In the ISL opener, Buckingham, Brown, and Nichols took on Belmont Hill and Cambridge, and the home team was dealt a shocker. Belmont Hill's George McLaughlin ran for 2 touchdowns and kicked a game-winning field goal as Belmont Hill beat BB&N 17-14. In the city, Latin Academy taking on Boston English. English gets on the board first with a 4-yard TD by Richard Montero, but Latin Academy storms back with 2 scores, first on a 2-yarder by Kyle Dance and second on a 25-yard run by Shavar Lazares. The final in Boston, Latin Academy 14, English 6. In other notable games, Everett blew out St. John's Prep in the Division I Super Bowl rematch 35-0 with Jonathan DiBiaso throwing 3 touchdowns. Milton Academy dropped Lawrence Academy 29-28 in the 2 teams' season opener in the ISL. Milton stopped LA on a final 2-point attempt for the win. Also in the ISL, St. Paul's topped River School 21-14 with Richard Bradley running for 157 yards and a touchdown. And Catholic Memorial picked up its first win of the season against Central Mass power St. John's of Shrewsbury. Armani Reeves had 3 touchdowns for CM in the 28-20 win.
I've got Bob Holmes here with me, the wizard of high school sports in Massachusetts, if you could say. Bob, first, can I call you a wizard? And second, what is up with the favorites? They're getting blown out. They got creamed this last week.
Well, first, you've called me worse, so that's no problem. And second, yeah, strange weekend with terrible weather conditions, and yet you saw BB&N lose to Belmont Hill on a field goal of all things, and you saw a team like Mansfield, our number 4 ranked team, lose to Stoughton thanks to 2 field goals.
What's up with this Brockton slide? They've lost 4 games in their last 5, dating back to last season. Is there no end in sight for Pete Colombo and the crew?
There's no end to losing unless they can solve the turnover problem. 4 turnovers in the first half against Zavarian last week, that's going to kill any team.
All right, well, you can always catch our picks on boston.com/schools. Speaking of picks, we got a game of the week next week in Everett versus Barnstable. Bob, what's your take and who's your pick?
Real sexy matchup there. 2 great quarterbacks, DJ Crook from Barnstable, John DiBiaso from Everett, both chasing the state record. I think it's going to come down to the better team, and in this case, I think the better team is Everett.
All right, well, there you go. I think I'm going to take Barnstable just to be a curmudgeon here, if anything. For past episodes of The Huddle, go to boston.com/huddle. I'm Zuri. He's Bob. I'll catch you next week.